All right, so I'm going to teach you about my favorite tool to really tap into the subconscious mind and release your deepest fears and doubts so that you can really remove the friction that's in the way that's preventing you from attracting the relationship that you've always dreamed of. And so that tool is called EFT, also known as Emotional Freedom Techniques, or simply tapping. And it's by far my favorite tool that I found. And as you can imagine, I have tried a lot of things and this is my favorite tool to really get there quickly and change the belief system. Because ultimately, if you've watched my videos on stress and trauma, you'll know that there's also a physical response that comes with these stressful emotions and beliefs. And what tapping does is it's the fastest way that I've ever found to really get that mind body connection and really release these fears from the body. And so, what it is at the most basic level is it's simply a stress reduction technique. And it is also a really great self help stress reduction technique as well. They actually call it the people's method because it's free to use and so easy once you know how to do it to get yourself feeling more calm in any situation. But if you're wanting to get to really deep fears and doubts at the subconscious level and really have lasting transformation, then you definitely want to work with a professional, someone who's professionally trained in clinical EFT. And so ultimately, what it does is it's tapping throughout different points on the body while repeating specific phrases. And what it does is it puts the body in a rest and digest mode. It takes you out of the fight or flight mode, out of the tense mode, and puts you in a calm, more relaxed mode. And so that's one thing it does. And it's also known as a form of energy psychology, or a combination of combining acupuncture with modern psychology. And so by acupuncture, we're obviously not using needles, we're using fingertips here to tap on certain points that are connected to the meridians. And it's so amazing what's happening with it. There's a lot of great research coming out. There's a groundbreaking study where participants on average decreased their cortisol levels by 27% in just 1 hour of a professional tapping session. And this is unheard of. There's no other therapy out there that has been shown to decrease cortisol, which is the stress hormone, by that much in just a simple 1 hour session. And in fact, the people conducting the study at first had to conduct it multiple times because they were like, this is impossible. Something must be wrong with our machines, our equipment, because it's not possible to have a drop this fast. But it's been validated. And also PTSD is something it's highly, highly effective at, and it's getting a lot more recognition there, especially with veterans. Veterans that have been struggling with PTSD for many, many years, after going through talk therapy, trying exposure therapy, all these things that did not get relief from their PTSD have gotten life-changing results just from anywhere from 2 to 6 sessions of properly conducted EFT sessions. And so I want to give you a quick tutorial on how it actually works. I'm going to take you through the points here. And so the first point that you're going to use is called it's the side of the hand point, also sometimes called the karate chop point, as if you were karate chopping something. And you're just going to take the 3 to 4 fingers and tap there along the meat of the hands, right before the bone. And then the next point that you're going to use is going to be the eyebrow point, which is right where the eyebrow ends and kind of on the bone. You can do both eyes or you can just do one. I personally like to do both, but the meridians run on both sides of the body and it's said to be just as effective. The next point is going to be side of the eye. So literally right next to the eye on the bone before you get to the temple. So right on the bone, right there. And then the other point is going to be, the next point is going to be under the eye, right here on the ridge. And then after that, we've got under the nose, like this, in between the upper lip and nose. And then we've got under the mouth, also known as the chin point, right in the divot here. Just tapping right there. And then we've got the collarbone point. So you're going to feel for your collarbone, and then you're just going to go right under into the fleshy part and tap right there. And I like to get all 5 fingers and just get that area. And then finally, we've got under the arms. And so you're going to go under your armpit just about 3 inches under, and again, kind of with 4 fingers, tap along there, right on the side of the ribs. And this is what it looks like if you do both hands, kind of like giving yourself a hug. And then finally, we've got the top of the head, which is some people call the monkey point, but simply just patting the top of your head, or you can tap the top of your head like this. And so that's it. Those are the main points for the simple recipe that we use the most often. And I want to take you through just a quick round. And so you can use it when you're stressed out in the moment, if you're noticing a specific fear or doubt is coming up. And also what it does is it puts your body in a state of waking hypnosis, which means you can access your subconscious mind, and events that have been traumatically stored in your body can start to come up and say, okay, it's time to clear this trauma. But for now, we're just going to do something really simple, just in the most basic form. So what it looks like is, if you just think about something you're stressed about, all you do is, we'll just focus on a general stress. So how it starts is we start setting it up here, and it's going to be, even though I'm having this really stressful feeling right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I'm feeling this stress right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you follow up with a statement of self-acceptance. So even though I'm feeling this stress, I love myself and I accept how I feel. And then you're simply going to go through the points focusing on that stress. So this stress, I'm thinking about this stressful thing. This stress. It's safe to feel this stress right now. This stress. This stress. And under the arm, this stress. And top of the head, this stress. Then take a deep breath, let it out. And so that's just one simple round at the most basic level. I wanted to give you a quick introduction, and as you can imagine, we can dive really deep into things and really start to change things at really deep levels when we're working on the biggest fears and doubts that are blocking you in your love life.